Hey, insanely awesome musicians. This is Sunil Saxena, your founder, of course, of the company called The Insanely Awesome Musician. Certainly check us out. Our blog site is www.theinsanelyawesomemusician. Today I want to record a quick video and talk to you about sticking points. Now, this is a concept that, is to me fairly basic when you understand it, but I don't really think anybody really uses it. So when you're trying to advance in your career, advance in anything, obviously we're talking about music here, but pretty much anything you want to advance in, this is kind of the concept that you need to really understand. So a sticking point is kind of what is holding you back from getting to the next level. It can be anything. It can be a mental block. I know one of the problems I always have is kind of like I get, when I first start doing something, I get motivated. I do it. Then sometime in that 6 to 12 month range, I kind of lose motivation. The newness wears off. So that can be a mental block that I encounter. I kind of know, having done this many years now, I kind of know that's where one of my sticking points. I know it's going to come, so I've already got strategies to kind of like, as soon as I recognize, I'm like, okay, here it is again, and just don't freak out. Just kind of take some time. Even if you need to take a little bit of time off, that's okay, and then just keep hitting it hard, and then that motivation and energy comes back. So that's an example of a mental sticking point. And for me, again, I know it's coming, so I can handle it. It can be, financial. Maybe you need to raise X amount of dollars before you can do something. It can be a skill set. Let's say you're a singer and you want to record an album, but your voice quite isn't ready, and you need to take some vocal lessons. I know that my daughter just encountered that exact scenario. We wanted to record her album last fall, and her voice just wasn't ready, so she did about 6 months of vocal lessons, which she's going to continue. But her voice now has all of a sudden become so much better, and we were actually already in the middle of recording her first album. Again, she definitely has to, there's always continuous lifelong improvement there, but at least we've gotten her to a point where she can go into the recording studio and really do a good job. So again, a sticking point can be anything. But what I found is that people, often have trouble identifying, what is their sticking point. So the best thing to do is really just take some time, actually write this stuff down and just go through, okay, here's my objectives, here's my goals, here's where I'm at right now. What is holding me back from getting to that next level? And look for any kind of sticking point, whether again, mental, financial, like a skill set, educational, maybe you're lacking a certain amount of education. When I started this company, Insanely Awesome Musician, I'm not really a tech guy, even though I'm Indian. I'm not a computer guy. It's just one of those things that I had to learn a lot, and I did. And, it was really exciting, and I actually enjoyed learning so much about, recording videos like the one I'm doing right now, learning how to put a blog together, learning how to market online. So again, that was an educational barrier I had, but I dove in head first, and I've made, significant progress in the first 6 to 12 months that I've been doing this. And again, there's always learning that has to come, but it's just important to understand, what do you need right now to move to the next level? So again, understand this concept of the sticking point, identify your sticking points, and then just go out there and start seeking help. It'll be amazing. Once you know your sticking point and you just go out there and start talking to people about it, someone will know, oh, this guy will help you out, or this will happen. And it just, once you kind of go out there and just start, telling everybody, so often the solution will come. And again, with our internet age, the other important thing is just Google it. I can't tell you how many times I've had a small sticking point, some maybe technical issue. I just Googled it, and boom, all of a sudden, I got the answer. Or even a larger sticking point. Again, I said, I was talking about educational. If you don't know how to do something and you start Googling it, you'll get a course that you can maybe go to, a conference, a mentor, an educator, a coach. But it's important, number one, again, to identify your sticking point. And, it sounds very simple, and oftentimes it is simple. You know exactly what your problem is. But oftentimes that can be very difficult. Another great example that I like to give is a friend of mine a couple of years ago. He's a singer-songwriter, and he, of course, wants to make it big in the music industry, like, pretty much probably everybody listening here as well. But his music really wasn't good. He had a great look, he could play the guitar, he could sing pretty good, he had a lot of things going for him, but his originals really honestly were bad. And, I kind of tried to tell him that without hurting his feelings, but, he didn't want to listen to that. And again, he couldn't, kind of analyze himself and say, look, okay, when I go to a show and play, why is it that I'm not able to do bigger shows, or what is preventing me from getting a great reception. And simply, he just had to ask. He, after a show, he would just maybe go up to a couple people and say, hey, what'd you think of the show? And honestly tell me what you think. Or he could have, had his music evaluated. There's a lot of things he could have done, but he wasn't thinking in terms of sticking points. He was just kind of like out there doing it and saying, if I just keep doing this, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I've been told that if I just keep working hard, it's going to happen. And working hard is so important, but you got to work hard in the right way. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you here, is that the sticking point is a key concept that once you start getting this and implementing this in your life, you're always going to be looking for sticking points. So you can say, okay, what's holding me back in whatever area of my life at the next level? And then you'll get really good at identifying your sticking points. And then next step is you'll get good at solving your sticking points, whether you're just reaching out to your network or talking to everybody you know about it. Every conference you go to, you should be or a networking event or anything, just say, hey, this is my issue right now. Is there any thoughts you have, or what would you recommend? And you'll be amazed what'll come out of that. And as I said, online research as well. So again, not to belabor this, but it's such an important point. I really want you guys to get it and take it seriously and implement it. So always be looking for your sticking points, and then start looking for solutions to your sticking points, and you'll be amazed how much more quickly you'll be able to progress up your towards your goal, or up your career path, or whatever you want to call it. You'll progress much quickly. So again, check out our blog at www.theinsanelyawesomemusician. Hopefully it'll help you with some sticking points that you're having. But again, identify your sticking points and then learn how to solve them. And the more you do this, going through this process, it'll become so much easier and quicker, and you'll just progress so much better. So again, thanks for checking out this video, and please check out our blog, and I will talk to you soon.